nandun sa situation na yon. Of course, it's a consequence of our sin, but that is an opportunity for you to listen to is calling you, for God's call. Look at Proverbs chapter 3, verses 11 to 12. Sabi nga, do not despise the Lord's instruction, my son, and do not loathe His discipline. For the Lord disciplines the one He loves, just as the Father, the Son, He delights in. So if we are in a situation that as if that it's so hard, question yourself. Question yourself, or question ourselves. Am I being punished? Or is this a wake-up call from God? Am I, doing just like what the Israelites is doing, which is evil in the Lord's sight? Or am I being just being relaxed and doing things on my own? He loves us so much to let us live the way we are. He longs to be the center of our life. So He has designed in our troubles that there are always for our own good. So minsan yung struggles natin, actually it is also some sort of like a benefit for our own good. It is a way to call, it's a way for God's call. According to C.S. Lewis, probably you know him, he said, God whispered to us in our pleasure, speaks in our conscience, but shouts on our pain. It's His megaphone to rouse a deaf world. So do you understand what C.S. Lewis is saying? Ang sabi niya, minsan kinakailangan ng Panginoon na sigawan daw tayo para marinig natin siya. So sana, let's not wait na sigawan pa tayo ng Panginoon. Let us not wait for God to shout on us or to call us to come back. But if we are on that situation, the first thing that we have to realize is that God uses tough times to get our attention. Okay? So that's our first point. So what is happening? Wala pa si Gideon. Gideon is still not in the picture here. Basically, it's about the Israelites being punished at that time because of their sin. And the problem is it took them 7 years to realize that they are sinning and that they need God. And this is my point. Let us not wait. Let us not wait 7 years. If we are in that situation, deal with it, nail it down, and ask God for deliverance. Let's continue with the story. Like what I've said, this is a narrative, historical story. Verse 7, just follow me in your Bible. When the Israelites cried out to the Lord because of the Midian, so umiiyak na sila, dahil nga doon sa ginagawa ng mga Midianites, He sent them a prophet who said, this is what the Lord, the God of Israel says, I brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. Ano sabi ng Panginoon, right? That is what God said. And basically, that is what He did during the time of Moses. Remember? He said, I rescued you from the hand of the Egyptian, and I delivered you from the hand of your oppressor. I drove them out before you and gave you their land. I said to you, I am the Lord your God. Do not worship the gods of the Amorites in whose land you live. But you have not listened to me. Sabi ng Panginoon. That's what God said to them. The angel of the Lord came and sat down under the oak in Ophrah that belonged to Joash the Abiezrite, where his son Gideon was threshing wheat in winepress to keep it from the Midianites. Okay, here comes Gideon. Okay, when the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, he said, the Lord is with you, a mighty warrior. Okay, let's try to understand what's happening here first. Okay, kasi kung babasahin niyo, if you're going to read it, ganun lang pala kasimple yun, dumating yung angel of the Lord, kinausap si Gideon. No, it's not like that. It's like this. When the Israelites cried out, nung humingi na sila ng saklolo, when they asked for God's help, God sent them a deliverer, a prophet. Ang sabi nga doon, ano sinabi ng prophet? Iniremind lang sila nung promise ng Panginoon. God's promise was being reminded to the Israelites. And then sinabi doon at the end, but you did not have listened to me. So in-explain sa mga Israelite, the prophet explained to the Israelites what did they did wrong. And basically, the problem is they did not listen to God. And then an angel of the Lord came in. And this is what is happening. Look at this. Sabi ganon, the angel of the Lord meet Gideon, who was threshing wheat in a winepress to keep it from the Midianites. Remember that time, the Midianites are conquering the Israelites. And si Gideon, nagte-thresh siya ng wheat. He was threshing the wheat in a hiding place. Normally, sino ba sa inyo mga farmers? Who among you are farmers? When you are threshing, most of the time, you want to do it in the open air. Right? So when you thresh it, the wind will blow ang tawag doon, basta, lilipakin agad yung mga waves. Okay? The waves will be blown away by the wind. But this time, see, Gideon was doing it in a hiding place. The reason? Because, yung anong tawag doon natin? Ipa yata. Yung sa palay, ipa yata. Pero sa wheat, I don't know what it's called. But anyway, what I'm trying to point out here, Gideon was doing it in a hiding place. And the reason for that is because during that time, notorious yung mga Midianites. The Midianites were very notorious because if they found out that you have some food, they will sequester it. So that is why he is hiding. And then when the angel of the Lord appeared to Gideon, he said, "Mighty warrior." Ano ba yung parang joke doon na, "Mighty warrior, nagtatago nga ako dito. Why do you call me mighty warrior? I'm already hiding here." Diba? Siguro kung si Gideon tayo, sasabihin, paano naging mighty yun? Nagtatago nga. So, what can we see here? Actually, those are the things that I have highlighted here. Sabi ko na, but you have not listened to me. Sabi namin, basically, God explained to them the problem. And yung nasabi sa kanya, the Lord is with you, mighty warrior. So what can we see here? What principle can we learn from here? Ano yung first principle? What is the first principle? God uses tough times to get our attention. If we want to trust God, God sometimes use our tough times. Okay, the second principle that we could learn from this story is this. God sees beyond what we can see. Okay, if we want to trust God, remember, God can see beyond what we can see. By the way, what do you mean by that? Okay, here it is. God wants to rescue the Israelites. Again, sabi ko nga kanina, it's coming, like up and down, up and down. The Israelites will sin again, and then the Lord will deliver again. The Lord will bring them up, and then the Israelites will go down again because of their sin, and then the Lord will deliver them again. So it's up and down. This time, the Lord wants to bring them up again, to rescue them. Diba? Sabi nga nun, when the Israel cried out to the Lord, because of the Midian, immediately He sent a prophet. Okay? And this is one good thing about the Lord. The wonderful thing about God is that regardless of how slow we are in returning to Him, listen to me, He is never slow in responding to us. Miski gano'n tayong kabagal, bumalik sa Panginoon because of our sin, the moment you ask God, He is immediately and quickly responding to you. Ang problema natin, kasi tayo yung mabagal bumalik sa Panginoon. Diba? In verse 7 to 10, show us that when we cry out to God, He moves in mercy and love towards us. He tells us the truth and begins to work behind the scene to help us. When we ask for God for some help, He helps us. And look at the way He helps us. He will show you what's your problem. Kuya, may problema ako. Ito pera. Hindi ganun ang Panginoon. If we go to the Lord, He will see, or He will make us see what is the issue. Diba? Sino sa inyo may mga anak? Who among you have kids? Sometimes we spank the kids to discipline them. Sometimes, especially culturally in Asian countries, they do that. But The same here, sometimes we do that because we want to discipline them. But the good thing about the Lord is the Lord disciplines us, but He just doesn't just simply spank, the Israelite people. He explained to them, this is your problem. Hindi kayo nakikinig sa akin. I already promised you, but you never listened to me. He was explaining in order for the Israelite to understand the problem. Hindi yung discipline ka lang ng discipline. O paparusahan kita, hindi kita bibigyan ng allowance. O bakit? What's the problem? No? You get what I'm trying to say? The Lord is trying to explain, and then He started helping them. For Israelites, He first sent us a named prophet to call them back to total surrender and full devotion. Pinadala ng Panginoon. And then, sabi ko nga kanina, just like what I said, God sees beyond what we can see. He wants to rescue the Israelites again, and then, He come up with a resource. Sino ba yung gagamitin ng Panginoon? Who is God going to use to rescue the Israelites? And here comes Gideon. Ito palang mabasag si Gideon. This is where Gideon will come in. The plan also includes a most unlikely man named Gideon. We met Gideon in verse 11, and he is threshing some wheat in the winepress to keep it from the Midianites. Okay? And normally, just like what I was saying a while ago, threshing wheat is out of the open so that the wind could blow away the chaff. But Gideon has apparently been stung before, and so he goes into hiding in an underground winepress. Probably during the previous days, or the previous week, or the previous month, Gideon had already encountered the Midianites. Because if he hadn't encountered the Midianites, he would not go in hiding. Diba? Pero because of that, he went on hiding. And hoping to avert the attention of the Midianites, para hindi siya makita. And its pitful side, full of frustration and discouragement and fear. Dumating na ba kayo ganun sa sitwasyon na you're trying to hide? Diba? It's something like it's very difficult, right? And in case we wonder if God has, sabi nga natin, in case we wonder if God has a sense of humor, we see verse 12, diba? Then the angel of the Lord appeared to him and said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Diba? Can we imagine Gideon around for a man of valor the Lord was addressing? Was God being sarcastic? Ganun ba natin nakita si Gideon? Actually, we saw Gideon, he was hiding. Right? But look at that. God didn't see him as some sort of like, yung takot. Ano ba God sa English ng takot? Afraid. Right? But look at how the Lord described him. Mighty warrior. Diba? Pero tayo, ang tingin natin sa kanya kanina, natatakot because he was hiding. But the Lord doesn't look it that way. And this is what I'm trying to point out here. God sees beyond what we can see. He said, sabi niya doon, God, the Lord is with you, mighty warrior. And God is not being sarcastic, and He was just basically seeing something more on Gideon. I believe God saw what He was about to make Gideon, and it was time for Gideon to saw it too. Para makita rin ni Gideon. The lesson here is, do we